Some bro. Ugh.
Oh.
I have to take more.
What am I fighting for? As he like falls down a well.
Fucking. You remember that thing, right?
Mm,
It was the thing from Mega Man.
I know it's Mega Man. I don't remember what was
just-
happening.
The girl like died or something. There's no reason for me to go on. What?
Oh yeah.
I love that shit. So what's up, man? How it do?
Oh, you know, I'm tired. I don't know how long I'm gonna be able to stay up tonight. My eyes are gonna be going down.
I'm a little tired myself. Just because I have a headache.
Today was supposed to be an easier day, but it ended up not being an easy day. Ah, shit, I'm not ready. Ah, shit. Ah, shit. Glad it's Rocket League, so I don't have to pay attention.
Yeah. The game where you don't have to pay attention to.
Yeah, this game's easy. And, like, no one cares if you play well or not. That's the other nice thing.
Yeah, the teams are pretty forgiving.
Nice. I was, like, fighting to get to the 100 boost before teammate. Oh,
That-
you killed two of them.
That was the first guy that left, was the one that dribbled it into his own net. There he goes.
He drilled into
Zeus
his own
got
net, I
him.
didn't even see.
Yeah, he was dribbling it into his own net, basically. Like he should have did a backflip like right away, but for some reason he thought he could control the dribbles.
Well, that'll do it.
Well then. What a good first match.
It's all downhill from here.
The pictures are pretty cool so far, though. I'm enjoying them.
Neat.
I've got some interesting poses going.
Yeah, I wanted to have like a couple of paintings done, but I've been so crazy with stuff, and the silhouette thing was a lot harder than I thought it was going to be. Like I have just a whole box full of ones that didn't come out right.
Mm. Yeah, that's the thing with art, man. You just have tons of shit that just... You get that and you're like, you know, this isn't perfect.
Mm-hmm. And of course you're going to be your own biggest critic.
Yeah. Like, as you're saying that, I'm like looking over at my model kit going, oh, does that thing still look bad? There's like one sticker that I put on it that can like kind of peel away a little bit.
It's like even when people say, "Oh wow, that looks really good," I'm like, "Thanks for lying to me. I appreciate it."
I think in my head, I'm like, yeah, but you don't see these like problems. There's this one right here. Did you like look hard enough?
Yeah, you're not looking very carefully, then. It's like either you don't know what you're talking about, or you're being nice and lying to me. Ah. Whenever I'm done with the painting and I'm like, guess I don't hate it. I'm like, alright, it's probably one of the better ones.
The crazy thing with the model kits is like, you know, I build each like kind of section chunk, and then I spray it all down, and I'm like each leg and stuff. I'm like, oh, this leg kind of looks neat, and I'm like, but like there's this problem, and then I put it all together, and I'm like, God, this is awesome. Like, I love how the model kit looks. Not like that I fucked it up or anything, but like just the aesthetics of the model kit.
Yeah.
Because when
I can't wait to do one on my own.
when it's in like just leg and arm form and shit like that, it's just kind of it's a little vague. You see the pieces, but it's not all together.
Having it all in one. The sum is greater than the sum of its parts.
Yeah.
Oh.
And I already started on heavy arms, so I have his head and his chest done now.
So you got like a million missiles.
Yeah. Not like I don't have to build them, luckily.
Yeah.
They're all still in their pods.
Mm-hmm.
There are times I wish I could like do a good Photoshop and like Photoshop heavy arms like missiles coming out of him.
Like some lasers.
And some smoke effects and like some
Ooh,
glow.
Yeah. The weather was almost really nice. It was a little warm, but there was such a nice breeze. It was very pleasant. It's gonna be hot as balls pretty soon.
Ah! It was like 60 something today here, so it was real nice. But that means my room right now is 80 degrees.
Yeah. I got my fan on medium and then another fan on high.
Just get it.
What the hell? Where's their defense?
I don't know. One guy tried to run into you, and one guy tried to run into me, so there's that problem. Like, there was no goalie on it, and there was a guy going for the goalie anyway. And then I showed up after he drove through. Like, I don't know. And it wasn't just like he was crossing in front of the net like I do. No, he was like...
he like specifically drove into the goal.
Yeah.
That's
real
pretty
strange.
It's like he's going for goalie without being like taking out a ball cam.
Yeah. Well, hope I hit somebody.
Sometimes I do that, just like I don't go all the way into the net, but I'll just drive in the direction of goal as I'm like moving into a new position. Just like, hey, if someone gets out of the way because of it, then so the better. But to drive all the way into the net is pretty funny.
Yeah, I drive in front of the net, like
Yeah.
like parallel to it or whatever.
Oh fuck. Oh hey, old virus.
Oh, hey, other virus, how you doing? It almost looks like that dinosaur's dabbing, but he's missing the other arm.
Yeah, amputees can't dab.
Yeah, it's true actually. Mr. Doublina, Mr. Bob Doublina.
Man, it's so tragic about the Notre Dame Cathedral.
Yeah. Did they save part of it, or is it all just like...
Yeah, I saw a picture after the fire went out. Ah, I should have let you have that. Like, it seems like there's still some of the stone structure, foundation part, but like the roof, I believe, has collapsed. I know the spire went down. I put video of that going down.
Yeah.
What's really tragic is that, because they were doing like a restoration thing on the spire, and they did not remove a lot of the artwork and stuff to do it because they still had visitors.
Right.
So it seems like some of that stuff was still at risk, but I know like firefighters were going in there trying to get stuff out, and apparently some of the relics were saved or something. But what's sad is that the stained glass windows are fucked, and apparently like the method they used, like they don't even know how they did it anymore. And just like they're gonna restore it obviously because it's such a historical building. It gets like twice as many visitors as the Eiffel Tower, they said. So it's gonna be restored, but some of that stuff it won't be the same, you know. It's like 850 years of history in there. It survived every war and like plague and revolution that the French ever had, including both world wars. And then it gets taken down in the era of smoke detectors and like safety features and fire trucks.
Yeah. And by a construction worker.
Yeah. I'm sure we'll probably hear more about it because you know they're gonna investigate. We'll probably find out that like some dude had like a wire was, you know, exposed or some shit.
Smoking a cigarette.
Oh my god. They are French. He was eating a baguette.
Smoking a baguette.
He was smoking his baguette.
But that guy that fucked up, right? You know he's got it for life. Feel like shit.
Oh yeah. That's not something you forget.
Fury just ran into the guy on the other team.
No one died, so at least he doesn't have that on his conscience.
Yeah.
I heard one firefighter was injured, but you know, obviously the cultural aspect, it's gonna weigh on you like a death. Damn it! Way to go, Fury! I thought you'd be in goal.
AI.
There was so much like wood structure in there, and it had like carvings on it, like all these intricate art carvings. All that shit's roasted. Oh fuck.
Yeah, it's just that's. What's up there, Crow? How you doing? Oh, heyo.
Crow, what's up?
You're homozygous. I don't know what that means. You're the same as something, though.
Oh my god, I missed it. Teammate. No, teammate missed too. Yeah, I'm gonna need a dictionary check on that one. Unless you're just making words up.
I almost got the last guy.
That sounds like a real word, though.
That kind of sounds like it, yeah.
That would be a fun game to play. Like, you give two words and you have to figure out which one's made up and which one's real. You think the clouds are made up?
He sees. He thinks the clouds are up. Who said what's up?
Oh.
I think probably at some point.
Yeah. I don't know why I added a word there. I thought that's what homozygous meant, is that you didn't believe in clouds. Like, it's all a government conspiracy.
What a strange, like, word for it, too.
Yeah, I was like, oh man. Gotta get my head in the game. I think the clouds are up.
Depends. I don't know if there's clouds here right now.
Yeah, there's probably more clouds beneath you than there are above you. Like, if you go down far enough, you've got like the whole bottom of the world.
It's clouds all the way down. What was
James
that?
with the same letter. or something like that. GG. Oh. Genes with the same letter or something like GG. Or GG heterozygous means like GG.
Neat.
So like at the end of a match, instead of saying GG, we should be like homozygous.
Yeah, But
You're saying I am homozygous. You are good game?
how would I add emphasis? Because if I said homozygous, you wouldn't know if it was too lowercase or too uppercase. Oh, I avoided it because teammate had it, but he didn't have it.
I'm gonna have to send this quick.
Oh! I pre-jumped and
Oh,
everything. It was
it almost
right
got-
above my head.
Go
Oh,
goalie.
jump, no jump. Fuck
Damn
me.
it. Knock the shit out of the goalie.
Jump, no jump. Oh. I was going for a ground pinch. Uh-oh, uh-oh, uh-oh. Controller's fucked up.
That was a great catch.
I started boosting in one direction. Up! Not the band, though. Not the disgusting band.
Is there a way to boost in other directions?
Yeah, well, you turn a corner.
Yeah,
As
your
you're boosting.
car turns, but the boost doesn't.
Right, but you yourself are boosting in a new direction. Your vector is changing.
Yeah, you started vectoring.
Oh! I couldn't see because of the blow up, and then I couldn't hit it. You think you're gonna go from freaking? Oh, I tried that.
If I was homozygous dominant for brown hair, I would have brown hair, but if I was for recessive for brown hair, I would have blonde hair. Also, if I was heterozygous for brown hair, I would have brown hair since brown hair is dominant.
That makes sense.
Okay.
That makes sense. I understand what that means now, fully. Well, you know, I'm an expert on it now, so I fully understand it.
I'm not sure what the relevancy is, but thanks for learning me something.
How does one being be homozygous?
Yeah, that is another question I was curious about.
I'm homogeneous. Genius.
You're gay for geniuses?
Yeah. Man, when they wear those glasses. Dude, fucking Ignis in Final Fantasy 15. I'd probably maybe go gay for him. I'd probably like
Is he a genius?
I'd slap him in the butt. That's gay, right?
You know, a butt is a butt. Like, it's a couple of flabby cheeks. I would prefer it to be attached to a female, but like, it's still a butt.
No, man, Ignis is where it's at though. He's a sexy brainman.
You were joking on how you have the big gay. I see.
One large gay, please.
You're gay for brown hair.
Does that mean you are also brown hair? Oh yeah, teammates sick, dude. Sick moves, man. It really helped.
It'd be interesting if we found like a gene that was responsible for making you gay. Or you know, like a series of genes.
I thought they found one. Oh!
Damn, you seen those jeans he's wearing? Cause they're making me gay. No one ever makes that joke about jeans. So I thought I would step up and make that joke.
Ignis is on the husbando list, though, Sombro. Oh, I don't think you understand. No, you fucks! No, you dicks!
Are they dicks or are they fucks?
They're both! That's what you do with fucks. You dick them.
I'd like to dick him right in the fuck. With the big gay.
Oh my god! Oh! Oh, what? That was nuts! Look at this. Look at this bullshit. Watch. He hits that. Bloop! He came from the heavens!
He did. There's a dude on Reddit that posted the pictures he took of Notre Dame right before it caught fire. I was just kind of checking it out. I was just a tourist. I was just taking some pics. And I had no idea that a couple hours later it would be on fire.
Oh, damn.
I haven't seen any video from like inside the cathedral while it was on fire.
Yeah, you'd think a lot of people would have evacuated, though. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just, you know, it's also not unrealistic to think that someone might have gotten footage while they were still inside before they got out.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah.
I'm not saying likely, I'm just saying like possible.
Yeah, it's possible.
But since we didn't, it's clearly a conspiracy going on. And if you buy into what the government's telling you, you're a sheeple. I wonder if people ever used to use sheeple like unironically, and now they can't because it just like, makes them sound stupid now. They just know that that's like used as a derogatory way to.
I saw a guy. I saw a guy that was talking about religion, and he was calling. He was calling everyone who didn't believe in his religion sheeple. That what? That's.
Oh, we pinched it in. Like, I think people at first actually wanted to be called social justice warriors because it's got that ring to it of like, I'm a warrior, I'm fighting. And then now even people who are of that mentality, I think, are hesitant sometimes to use. I don't have boost though.
Oh, I didn't know.
I mean, obviously you got your diehards that are willing to call themselves SJWs, but I think because it's been used derogatory.
Oh, fuck. Ooh!
I think on the other side, I feel like there might even be less usage of cuck now that people, because it's one of those things where like once you start ridiculing something, people don't want to use that anymore. The snowflake thing has been kind of done to death.
Yeah.
So people don't like use snowflake as an insult as much.
I don't have that at all. What? I'm in that. This is awkward.
Yeah, it is. It got away from me. Yeet! You want us to whap your balls?
I don't think you're of age.
Yeah.
Depends on what kind of ball, though.
I mean, you probably can't whap your own balls either. You don't want to go You don't want to be arrested for that. You gotta wait. You gotta wait till you're 18 to whap your own balls.
You need parental permission first.
Yeah, yeah. If you get your parents to do it, that's fine.
Sign the field trip slip, please. Boop, boop, boop. Oh, this song's so groovy.
It's funny whenever they're learning about controversial topics in school, like evolution or Big Bang. They're always like, we respect your right to teach your kids whatever you want in your own home. Just kind of took that team down real quick. 7 seconds. Like, we respect your right to teach your children whatever you want and whatever your religion is, but in school, it's important for them to learn what the prevailing scientific theory is. I was like, that's a delicate way to put it. It's like,
Yeah.
we want your children to be able to communicate effectively within the scientific sphere. It's more like, even if you're going to tell them it's bullshit, they should at least know what everyone else thinks, so that they, they can communicate and they are at least knowledgeable about it. Like that's a good approach. It's the same thing you would say to like teaching them about Islam. You wouldn't say like, hey, we're not trying to convert them to that religion, but don't you think they should know about it since like billions of people on the earth believe in it? It's like it's still an important thing to know about.
Yeah, it's something they gotta learn.
Mm-hmm. So it's like, you can tell them the Big Bang didn't happen, but they should at least have a working knowledge of what it is. That new Star Wars game seems really neat. I like all the things that we've heard. We haven't seen gameplay though.
I got confused.
So it's kind of hard to be hyped for a game that I haven't seen gameplay for. But I like the idea of Respawn making a Star Wars single-player game with no microtransactions. That sounds awesome to me. But again, I haven't seen footage, so it's kind of hard to get too hyped yet.
I'm not a big fan of Star Wars, so I am.
I'm not either, but I think it's a great property to make a video game out of. You know, lasers and light swords, that sounds fun.
Yeah, but to answer the question, am I going to play the new Star Wars?
Oh yeah, I mean, I can't
That's a
answer
no.
that until I've seen gameplay. I don't know.
For me, it's a no. It's one of those things like, yeah,
You don't have to be into Star Wars to like, lasers and spaceships and stuff.
yeah.
Like, if the game is good.
If the game's like really good, maybe, but like everything about Star Wars spaceships and their lasers, I find all of it real lame. I find it like Fisher Price.
For sure. I do like lightsabers though. Those are cool.
Lightsabers are alright.
And that's mostly what you're going to be doing, I imagine. You're playing as a dude. You're going to have force powers and a lightsaber. As a gameplay experience, I could see it being fun.
Yeah, I tried this.
That being said, I haven't played a single Star Wars game that I've liked, so...
It had a trailer?
The trailer didn't have any gameplay. How could you hate on it?
Well,
This
people.
is Borderlands already. It's Borderlands 3 all over again.
You know people.
I do know a few of them. I've heard what they're like. Like even gameplay trailers, you're not gonna get the full picture.
Fuck! Thank you.
I read that.
Thank
I read that so early.
I tried to aim it to the post, but it was too much to the post.
Look how quickly I was firing in there.
You played a bit of Battlefront and Battleborn 2.
Those do look like they're well-made games, aside from the microtransactions. But yeah, isn't that just not for me because it's a multiplayer shooter?
Yeah,
That's just not for me.
And they're not going to be. This game's not going to be anything like those.
Yeah, it's gonna be a single-player game.
Yeah.
Hey, it is the most likely of any Star Wars game to hook me, because it's made by the guys that did Titanfall. It's made by Respawn, and I think and they said like no microtransactions, totally single player. That is the most likely setup for me to enjoy a Star Wars game, and it's not like based on any of the movies or existing property that I know of. Anyway, so it's just kind of like, just going to be a sci-fi game with lightsabers, as far as I'm concerned.
They did say though it was EA's last chance to make a Star Wars game. If it's bad,
Really?
then yeah,
Then what?
then
Do you think Disney's going to take the property back from them?
basically they're not gonna.
The Battlefront games made a shit ton of money. I think that's what Disney cares about.
Yeah, I don't know. They made money, but they got like
gamers are mad. But
yeah.
again, if it makes money,
I didn't read the full thing, but it said EA's last chance, basically.
I think EA's last chance as far as gamers are concerned, yeah. But like gamers are already mad at EA, like they've already made up their mind.
I don't think this was an opinion piece, though. I think this was like literally it is the last chance as the company to do something that isn't going to get bad press.
Yeah, I'd like to see that, because I don't think like Disney would come out and say that. That would be really bad press for them to like announce that publicly, that they're like upset with EA and they're on the last
Right.
straw. I just can't see a PR guy saying that. Because like people loved the first Battlefront, then the second one came out and was riddled with microtransactions, and people got real pissy. Have they made another Star Wars game? I'm trying to think.
No. They had that like Star Wars 1337 or some shit that didn't do that was canceled. That was supposed to be like a single player thing. First one was meh. Oh, teammate, why'd you hit it? I wanted to score it.
Obviously, I don't feel that strongly about Star Wars games. Did you see the Inside Gaming about Chinese games being tailored for their market?
No, I didn't.
I had interesting stuff to say, but I've forgotten now.
I watched the JonTron video though.
Fuck, there was a JonTron?
There was a JonTron video, son.
A John and a Tron?
Yeah.
What was it about? What was the product?
Dr. Ho and his amazing back pain relief device.
I'll have to watch that when we're done with Rocket League. That sounds good. Ah, shit, you're streaming. Funny joke.
It's real quiet today in the on the Twitch. Like Mifa's stream was real quiet too. Oh fuck!
As in people chatting, or as in like audio?
People not being there, chatting, or just being there in general.
We've had Virus and Yeet. That's 2 people. That's a fairly typical day for us.
Yeah. Depends, but like I didn't see very many people on the Twitch either. Like, there was Caitlyn Neko. And then, like...
No!
Oh, I don't have boost for that. I don't know. Just seems real quiet today. I felt bad because I wasn't I wasn't interacting with Meep all that much because I was like doing other shit. I'd make a joke every once in a while. But...
What are you hang about? Used to just be me.
Oh, he got another hit.
There were definitely times where you were the only one.
Yeah. Yeah, that was a long time ago too. But I've become popular, Yeet.
It's gotten more common to have multiple people.
Popular in big old quotes. Relatively.
He's finally made it. He's quitting his job.
Yeah. I make thousands of dollars already.
That is a joke, just in case anyone was listening. I don't know who would be listening that would be upset by that, but it was a joke. You just go into work tomorrow like, I heard you're quitting. Pack your shit and get out.
Ricky keeps saying, I'm so worried about... Ow! I'm trying to get out of the net.
No!
Ricky keeps saying, I'm worried about him. He's gonna leave. He's gonna become super popular, and he's not gonna show up to work one day. I was like, yeah, right, Ricky.
Tell him that like we do our best to have really shitty humor so that no one ever shows up.
Yeah.
We're doing our best to keep people at bay.
And to be real gross.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna potentially be even more professional tomorrow with my green screen.
Oh, that's gonna be tomorrow? You're gonna have it set up and ready to go?
Probably. It's not hard to set it up. Just a couple button presses, done. Chroma keyed. I also learned how to put a music, you know, like the frequency bars visualizations.
Uh-huh.
I learned how to do that on stream. And so I'm not going to have it while I play. I'm going to have it on my, I'm going to have it on my starting soon screen.
Oh, nice.
And, so it actually moves. You know what I mean? Because it doesn't move. But that won't be tomorrow. I won't have that set up tomorrow. I gotta set up stuff.
As in, like, you want your welcome screen to have motion so that people know that it's, like, active?
Yeah. And music all the time, and then when I switch to something else, the music goes away.
What were you saying there? As a Fortnite streamer, hard to happen?
As a non-Fortnite streamer.
Non-Fortnite streamer, hard to happen, but it'll be cool.
Not
hard to happen as in hard to get popular.
I would disagree with that. It depends on what your definition of popular is.
Fortnite could probably be a cheat code to getting popular.
If you want to become the most popular, probably Fortnite or Apex Legends.
Oh, goddamn. I heard Apex is like starting to lose some momentum now. Actually,
it is.
Like their battle pass was not very good. Like the skins were real shitty. There's only one map still, which blew my mind.
Fortnite's added some stuff that Apex has in it too.
Yeah, Fortnite. That is the real reason that those guys are doing so well, is that they're very quick to add updates. Like when they came out, you could argue that PUBG was still better, but Fortnite just kept adding updates and kept adding new shit until they started getting their reputation going. And then, you know, a new Apex Legends, you know, a new king tries to sit the throne, and they're just like, no, we'll just ape all the stuff that people like from you. Keep them coming back to us. I did it again. I should have let teammate have that.
Not Apex. What about not Apex?
The only way to get popular on Twitch is Fortnite, not Apex. He's saying, I'm pretty sure you can get popular with Apex.
I'm not talking about popular like getting to the top. Let's be clear. because you can be popular and not be all that far up. Like, I watched a dude the other day that had... I watched a... What is it? There's a Zelda speedrunner that I watched that has, like, 100,000 followers. And he's had people that... he's had a dude...
If you're saying no, Yeet, then, like, your definition of popular is not the same as ours. You can absolutely make a living on Twitch without ever touching Fortnite.
Yeah,
If you're talking like becoming a household name, yeah, it's very unlikely that you can do that by playing something other than Fortnite.
Like, this guy has hundreds of thousands of followers. He's like,
Fucking
he's got...
Boga doesn't even play video games, and that dude's raking it in.
Yeah. He's got like probably 300 subs, which is freaking... 300 subs is like $500. That's a month. That's monthly. There was a guy in his chat that gifted me a sub, and he gave me a...
It doesn't even include bits.
It doesn't even include bits. His bit sign said he's donated 100,000 bits to his channel. Fortnite is... Fortnite's not exactly a cheat code.
What I meant is that it can view booster. Yeah, it's like you can be shitty at being a streamer, or like it can make up for other deficiencies in your stream. Is just like people there's a demand for that kind of content.
But there's also a huge supply on Fortnite because anyone can.
Right.
Fortnite's free, and then you can just like stream, I think, directly from Fortnite or whatever. You could just get OBS, and that's easy to set up too.
But like, if you're really good at being a streamer and you play a game no one cares about, you're still going to struggle to become popular. If you're a really good streamer and you play Fortnite, you could end up being huge. In that way, it is like a cheat code. It's
yeah. That's true. You probably should have waited for me to try to pass it further net a little bit more. But yeah, if you're like not popular or you don't know what you're doing really, it's gonna be hard for you to get any views because there's such
yeah. Fortnite's not gonna make you popular all of a sudden if you don't already have some momentum, or if you're not good at it.
There's such a supply.
That's not what I meant.
And the thing with like streaming, the guy that I watch, the Zelda speedrunner, he's one of those types of guys that has he's got a community, but he's more of he streams and people like him because he's good. He doesn't have all these flashy effects. He doesn't have a crazy ass stream setup. He's not scheduling meetups with fans or some shit. He just plays. People like to watch him because he's goddamn good.
Depends on the dynamic of the stream. Yeah, the thing is, you said like you can't get popular without playing Fortnite. All we were saying is that like you can be popular without that specific criteria.
Yeah. Even
though it obviously is very helpful in getting you popular. Why are you using a French keyboard?
He's in French Canada. Disgusting.
You have a couple of French viewers.
Disgusting.
They probably know each other.
They probably do.
Because Canada it's got so much wilderness that people can only live in certain areas. And like Australia, like 90% of the people all live in the same location.
Yeah. It's like Japan. 90% of the population lives on 10% of the land.
That's crazy because it's already so small.
Yeah, it's the size of California,
Jesus.
but it's like it's got 1/3 of the population of the whole United States. And 90% of the people live on 10% of the land.
That's crazy. Just have to use French for school. Oh. Why are you going to a French school, you commie? So, it's funny because France is not communist. Is what they want you to think. Actually, Justin would probably argue that they are communist.
Nope. Oh, fuck!
Emmanuel
Finger slipped.
Macron. DSJW in power. I'm kidding. These are jokes.
I have a Japanese keyboard, yeet. Isn't that neat? It's an English school. Why are you using a French keyboard? That doesn't make any sense.
Fondue?
Like the food? You have that's cool. We made some fondue in my catering class.
Oh man, how cool would it be to have a French keyboard that you just type on it like normal and it just translates it to French as you're typing it?
Whoa, that'd be nuts.
That'll be a thing someday.
I mean, you use software for that sort of thing.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like a keyboard would have some software in it.
Oh yeah. Oh, get in there, son!
Just like a real-time translation as you're typing. Or the keycaps could just have like a digital LCD display, and you could just like change them on the fly to be whatever you want them to be.
There was a keyboard like that where every single button was an LCD, and it was like $1,000.
Yeah.
It's nuts.
It'd be cool though if you like had to type a lot of multilingual stuff. You could change that shit on the fly. That'd be helpful as fuck. I guess it's not so hard to just have a second keyboard.
Or just use Microsoft IME and you're good to go.
Oh, why am I so bad? Come on, Ashton, step your game up.
Oh, I'm trying, man. I'm trying to carry as hard as I can.
A little bit harder than that, clearly.
Goddamn. This Joshy guy's head.
Oh, that's the carry I'm looking for.
Look, eat. Oh, were you asking what fondue is or what fendue is? Look, see, look, I got a Japanese keyboard. Actually, you might not be able to see it. I don't know. You could kind of see that. There's Japanese on it. It's really hard to get that. I gotta pee.
Okay. BRB.
Perp. Had to go to the downstairs bathroom.
I thought there might have been a cat petting incident again.
No, cat's not here. Unfortunately.
So I stayed up last night to watch an hour of Game of Thrones, and I'm glad I did because there was spoilers all over Reddit, and but it was good. It was a good episode. There's only 5 left. 5 episodes in that thing. It's been on since like fucking 2012, I think. It's been going for a while now.
Until the spin-offs, and then it'll be happening again.
Yeah, and who knows how good those are going to be, because the 2 guys that are behind this are like done. They're like, this has been our lives for almost a decade. We can't do it anymore. Oh, hello, Ad Night. Yes,
Fair, Ad Night.
fellow Xenojiva Vanquishers. We're going to start a club. Some of the photos.
Oh, it bounced.
Fire's gone. Damn, Virus, thanks for the hookup.
What happened?
You know I love seeing churches on fire.
Oh, you found something on the inside.
Bigger on the inside. So, I downloaded my favorite Game of Thrones podcast. They do like a quick instant take after the episode is like 15 minutes long. Of them just kind of talking about their initial reactions to it, and then they do like a longer episode on Tuesdays where they actually discuss it. But so I downloaded that, and then I downloaded my sports podcast as well. I just kind of clicked both of them at the same time. Well, I was listening to it today, and like 2 minutes before the end of my Game of Thrones podcast, it just started playing the audio from the sports podcast that I downloaded.
Oh.
And I don't mean that it's switched to the other one. I mean like somehow the player bugged out and started downloading the audio of a separate podcast to the audio file of the other one. Because I like pulled it up and it still showed the Game of Thrones one. It was still counting down the correct time, but just it had audio of the guy talking about sports instead. I was like, what the fuck?
Damn. That's weird.
So I deleted it and re-downloaded it, which is sucking up my data plan, which I was not happy about. All to find out that basically I was at the end of it, and they just read ads for the final 2 minutes. That's all I missed. So I re-downloaded the whole goddamn episode just to find out that I was done anyways.
Goddamn.
A lot of it is stone, but there was a ton of wood in the cathedral.
Did I say hi at night? I don't. Did I say hi? Hi, Ed. Okay.
I was talking a lot.
How are you? My MP3 player is a little glitchy because they're like, it's in. It's basically a company that probably doesn't have the best or most programmers at their disposal. And so like
your MP3 player?
Yeah.
Who makes it?
FIO. They're a Chinese company.
I've never even heard of them.
Yeah, they're one of the few companies still making DAPs, digital audio players. And so the software in that thing's a little jank. So there's times where I'm playing one song, then all of a sudden it starts it stops that song, and then all of a sudden starts playing another song, and I'm like, what the fuck? What is this thing doing? Very strange. There's some bugs with that. It's weird.
I wonder if I should have let the one episode finish downloading before selecting the other one to download, or not that I should have, but if that would prevent it from happening again.
Oh, dare stay hydrated bot again.
I think the podcast app is made by like one guy, so I can't be too upset
Yeah.
that it's got a couple bugs in it, because it is my favorite app to use. I've tried a bunch. Oh, I hit him right into him. I think we've gone over this, but why is it that you prefer a DAP instead of just using your phone? Is it like a storage thing?
Storage. I don't want to fill up my phone.
Mm-hmm.
And use my phone's battery as well.
Mm-hmm. Not that playing an MP3 uses up a lot of battery, but I get where you're coming from.
It's a bit. I don't know. It depends. It really depends on what's playing the song and whatnot, I guess. But also, I don't know. It's able to process the music a little better because they have like dedicated.
Wow.
They have dedicated CPUs to music files at certain like frequencies. You know, like the 44. You can have like 44 or 48. Is it? It's either kilohertz or just regular hertz. I forget. But they have.
Damn it.
Yeah. So they have certain CPUs. They have one CPU that's dedicated for processing one, and one for the other because it has like better precision that way. It's kind of interesting.
I guess
Yeah.
I could get on board with the idea of having a dedicated one, but when I'm listening at work, I've got like my headphones, and then I need the same thing. Like if I get a text or a Discord notification or something, I need it to like pause my music.
Yeah.
So that I can hear that.
Yeah, and I don't... bumped into me midair. You're tired as fuck. You're gonna head off. All right, eat.
Have a good one, you.
Have a good night. Nice seeing you.
You going to school tomorrow, or you got like a spring break thing going on? Didn't Barry say he was having spring break this week?
Probably.
Good noodle to you. Eat, regardless of whether you have school in the morning.
Study hard. Don't do drugs.
Yeah, study those drugs real hard.
The interesting thing about JoJo Part 4, I watched more of it. It's got this like almost Twilight Zone kind of monster, and also Monster of the Week kind of feel. Spring break was more than a month ago. That wasn't even spring.
Yeah, we had a spring break like a month ago. But
Easter holidays.
That's what Barry said. So I don't know. Maybe Mexico, they do their spring breaks later.
They do. We do spring breaks actually in March as well here. So yeah, later.
See ya.
But like, there was an episode that was just very interesting. It was almost like psychological gore and gore horror, but nothing bad happened. It was all good.
I don't know what that means.
Basically, like, they went to a restaurant, and this guy's like, "Yeah, we're gonna serve you." He's like, where's your menus?" He's like, "We don't have any menus here. I serve exactly what the customer wants." He's like, "But how am I supposed to do that if I can't order anything?" He's like, "No, I know what you want." And he's like, "I can't trust that." And then he grabs the guy's hand.
Damn it.
He grabs the guy's hand and is just like, "Well, it seems to me that last night you had diarrhea, and that kept you up until 4 in the morning, which now, or not, you only got 4 hours of sleep. He said, and then which means you feel really fatigued today, and since you slept wrong, your shoulder's a little stiff and sore, and also you have 2 cavities in your teeth. And
Fucking
he's like,
Sherlock Holmes.
yeah, that's exactly right. And he's like, what the heck? So then they give the guy, like, oh, and they said your eyes are a little bit strained, too. Your eyes feel a little strained. So then they gave him some food or a drink or whatever, and then his eyes started to, like, gush tears like a madman. And then his eyes, like, kind of shriveled up and looked real gross. He's like feeling like shit. He's like, oh my god, what's happening? And they're like, he's like, what'd you do to him? Like, take it back. And then he turns and looks at him. He's like, his eyes are back to normal. He's like, God, I feel great now. Like, his shoulder, at one point, I don't have to boost. At one point, he eats something, and then he starts scratching his shoulder, and like, literally a softball sized of dead cells he scraped off, and he had like a big hole in his shoulder, and he's freaking out. And then all of a sudden, like, he looks back again and he's cured. Like, each time was just this like horrific, gross gore thing, and you're wondering as the viewer, like, this guy is clearly a stand user, right?
Mm-hmm.
He must be out to hurt these people, right? When is he actually gonna, like, hurt them really bad? And like at one point, he goes back in the kitchen, the one guy, to look to see what the chef's doing, while the friend was like freaking out still, and he couldn't stop eating at that point. He just started getting like addicted, it seemed. And the chef like feeds this dish to a dog, and the dog's just intestines explode out of his body.
Jesus.
And so then he's like, and then the chef's like, "What are you doing back here?" Grabs a knife, starts yelling at him.
At the dog?
No, at the guy who was looking.
Oh.
I stole it. look at where I came from.
This show, man, what?
And he starts chasing after him with the knife, and all of a sudden you see the friend in the background, and he's eating the same dish, and then his intestines explode out of his body, and he's like, you know, whatever you did, reverse it. Like, what have you done? Stop it. And then the friend's just like, yeah, I'm doing pretty good now. And he like looks back, and the dog's totally fine too. Like, that was like the worst one. And then the guy's like, he's like, he's like, I just want to help and make my customers feel better. He's like, then why were you chasing me with a knife? I don't have any boost.
I don't know why teammate did that. What can I say? Why did they see something horrific before it cures them?
It basically, like, it just, whatever is ailing them, it like makes it look horrific in that area, and then it fixes that area basically. So like the intestines exploding was supposed to fix the dude's diarrhea.
That's just like part of the way
it works.
Powers work. It has to like scare the shit out of you first.
Yeah, it like makes it really horrific and shitty, and then makes it all better than it was before.
Spoonful of sugar helps the medicine go down. That analogy doesn't work here because it makes it fucking look terrible before it does its thing.
Yeah.
Spoonful of god awful horror.
Yeah.
Makes the medicine go down.
So it's just, it was very interesting because it had this like, everything was better than it was before, but there was some gore and like psychological, almost, I don't know about psychological horror, but there was tons of tension in the episode.
Mm-hmm.
And like when he was chasing after him, like trying to get him out of the kitchen, because he didn't wash his hands and he was in the kitchen. And he was just happened to be holding a knife. Like, And then you thought that the character like was gonna get addicted because he's like, I can't stop eating this food now. This is He's like, I don't know why, but I just can't stop. And you're like, oh god, what's gonna happen to him? He got addicted now, everything's gonna be worse. But no, like, after he ate all the stuff and all of his problems were gone, he wasn't, like, addicted anymore.
It's very Hitchcock. Alfred Hitchcock. It's that building of the tension.
In general, though, this JoJo Part 4 has been very enjoyable.
No, my save.
That's fine.
Okay, you have to do the rest now. I'm out of boost.
Captain Danger's behind you. Oh, I was gonna go in and hit that. Nope, we're dead. We're very dead.
Me into it.
we're very dead.
It went up, down, and then he smacked me into the ball.
God damn.
Teammate has been apologetic, but he's also not done a whole lot.
He's been very nice though.
He has been very nice, and I appreciate that. It's always more important to me than. Oh.
Well, that's 2 losses. Out of there. What else? It's this one's a lot more. So like, okay, so part 3 was a lot less of that crazy coloring that I told you about, where like they would just change the scene's color like dramatically, and like the characters' color. It was a bit more realistic in part 3, but then this one is very colorful again.
A teammate said, "GG, you guys are good." To the other team.
Wow,
Dude's just real friendly.
what a nice dude.
So wholesome. Like, I like that wholesome kind of attitude and stuff, but I'm also not willing to spend time to type that shit out anymore. Like, I've played thousands of matches now. I'm just kind of done with putting in that kind of effort. If it was on a quick chat, I would do it.
I'd be a lot more likely to do it if my keyboard was like right here, but it's not. It's on the floor. Oh.
Oh god, ping. That's the name of my maid. Ping! Get over here. No. That's not right. The ball moved right before I hit it.
I mean, it was moving the whole time. See?
I mean, it moved. It teleported. My fucking ping has been doing weird shit tonight.
At least Discord's not freaking out.
Oh god, stop! Oh, it's hitching back and forth. It's only like for brief moments though. I'm not even getting the red. I'm only getting the yellow.
Ah.
Wow, thanks a lot, goalie. I just had to stop my shot.
Oh, this song has a cute Japanese girl in it.
blown up a lot today. Ooh. Getting kind of hungry. Gonna need some snack food while you strum it up.
A little hungry myself.
Oh, why'd there have to be a goalie? That was a great shot.
I had a Dr. Pepper yesterday because my meal came with a drink and they had no low carb option. I could have gotten water, but I was like, feel bad. My drink comes, or my food comes with drink, and so my parents paid for it, so I might as well like drink it. That Dr. Pepper
Oh
was real gross. It was
really scored both of our goals. Their goals. Oh, I don't think that was going in. Oh my god. What were you saying about the Dr. Pepper?
It tasted good, but it was so sugary.
It is, yeah. I used to drink sodas a lot. Back when we had our restaurant, and soda's so fucking cheap.
Yeah.
Like it was like 17 cents to fill up the glass and sell it for like $1.50. It was our profit leader. Not LITER. It was the thing we made the most money on. We always wanted people to come in and order sodas. And I just drank a shitload of it, but obviously I switched to only drinking water. And then when I have it soda, it's like, whoa, what the fuck? I actually like water soda down. I water it down some whenever I do drink it. Because it just tastes so strong now.
I like the soda that has the fake sugar in it now.
Okay, now I'm getting a server.
Yeah, I was too. The fake sugar stuff like isn't as overwhelming for me.
Like Diet Coke?
I don't know about Diet Coke, but like my Monster Energy drink doesn't. I'm not gonna be able to do that.
What about like a Coke Zero kind of thing? Do you drink those?
Yeah, I can drink those. Those don't. They just taste lighter. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
It's weird. I found out. I didn't know why fructose was worse for you than like sucrose, I think, or glucose.
Mm-hmm.
But I found out yesterday why. So sucrose and glucose, I believe both of those are a simple, like a mono, whatever. So that your system only needs to break it down once to turn it into its energy stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But fructose is a double, so it's a di whatever. And so that won't spike your blood sugars up as fast, which is decent for diabetics.
Mm-hmm.
But it if you can't process all of the fructose, your liver turns it into triglycerides and cholesterol, which isn't good.
Right.
So my boss that's sitting here is telling me that, yeah, no, we got like, I'm doing a low carb diet, but I'm only eating natural sugar, so I'm eating like fruits and stuff.
Yeah, I remember you saying that.
It's potentially, it might be better diabetic wise, but oh fuck me.
Is he diabetic?
No, but he's chunky, so I suspect that he has a higher chance of being diabetic. Um, so his cholesterol is potentially going to go up, which is no good because that fucks with your heart health. And he seems like he has a problem with high blood pressure. If I had to guess. Yeah, it turns really red sometimes.
Oh, jeez.
He also does like when his hands are like hovering above his keyboard. Oh, ugh. He's like jittery.
Really?
Yeah. So I wonder if that's like early onset like Parkinson's or something. I don't even know about early. I don't know when Parkinson's happens, and he's like 50 or 60. My boss. If I had to guess, he's like in his 50s.
Yeah, I wouldn't want to make any kind of like armchair diagnosis or anything. But that doesn't sound good.
Yeah. Oh. I also with my green screen tomorrow, I get like a shitty light with it.
Yeah, yeah, selfie light, did you say?
Yeah, it's real small, but hopefully that'll make it a lot better in here for my lighting situation. Ooh, that was good. Yeah, Mochi. Is your name Mochi? Oh!
Mochi. Mochi. I like the little panda. That's cute.
Yeah, that's cute. Hey. Don't you bump me.
That's pretty cute.
And this is a Wake Me Up Inside remix. Can't wake up!
Can't wake up!
He hasn't said that. It's only been the girl. Yeah, we were doomed.
Dude got vertical to get that shit. Do you ever get a concrete date on when Xeno was leaving?
It's probably this week if I had to guess, but
But then, like,
Yeah,
he'll be
yeah,
coming
yeah.
back for the event, so.
yeah, it was. We did get concrete. It is this week. Oh. Oh. A little too early there, Mochi, but that's fine. That's fine.
There's the symbol again. No. Ow, my ping! Stop! Okay,
See,
good.
Mochi's ping is freaking out. That guy has it. Yeah, bump me. I love when they come in and they just kind of give you a little bump and it doesn't do anything, really. Oh, Mochi, it's all up to you, Moch. Nice.
Oh, god damn it, I can't. Oh, packet loss.
Mochi, you left the net, dude. Oh, you were not in a good spot.
Oh, good. It cleared up just in time for me to watch the replay. He's got a little panda antenna, too. Way to theme.
Dude, sick theme. Hasn't been a good night for Rocket League, I don't think.
Yeah, we've been losing a lot. I'm a little out of it.
Big Butter Jacob.
My hand's still actually a bit cramped from shooting yesterday.
Thing is, though, during that event, we're gonna have Big Chongus that we're gonna have to do, and then we're gonna have other Archetempered too, as well.
I want to do. Kushala has some really nice armor pieces, and I want his layered armor really bad. I'm gonna wear his layered armor for a long time.
I think I need
Obviously, I want.
toasters.
Obviously, I really want jewels from Jagras. I also want more meal vouchers.
Yep.
I'm down to like 70, so it's not like I'm hurting, but I want to get that.
I have one.
I also would like to farm Kieran a couple times, AT Kieran. So we'll have plenty to do when this update hits.
I mainly want Big Chungus though.
Oh, absolutely, yeah. I want to just farm jewels from him.
Yeah.
I was kind of turned off. I wasn't as hyper about it because I really didn't get any good jewels from him. I really didn't get. I got like one rarity 8, I think. So I was kind of like, well, I guess. Oh. I was just kind of thinking that it wasn't very likely to. I guess. What's his name said he was farming like 5 hours a day on that to get all his attack charms. So we're not gonna do that, but.
Right.
Just knowing that it's possible to do that shit. Just like slap on a vitality, temporal mantle and start picking up decos until you have a full complement and then leave. It's not exactly interesting gameplay, but I want those jewels, baby.
Yeah. God damn it, you had to wiggle it, didn't you?
Nice try. Nice try. Oh. Damn it.
Okay. God, this lady sounds so sad. Or angry? Fed up? I don't know.
Nicely done, teammate. I'm also excited because those events usually put ammo at half price. And I need more ammo.
Luckily, I've just been using a lot of Piers.
Do you know how to craft Piers?
Latchberry.
Latchberry. I don't think I have a lot of Latchberry.
I've got thousands. I collect a lot. It's just the blue one, so Oh, controller. Perfect time for the controller to die. Right as I was flying at the ball, I managed to hit it still.
Why'd I hit it at the goalie? Why did I do that? Of all the things to do.
Oh, teammate. I don't know if I would have gotten it, but still.
Good. I'm glad I hit that. That was productive.
Oh.
Crush it.
Oh!
I almost feel bad. That was such a great save.
It was a good play, though, on our side. We wrecked him. Controller, are you gonna keep doing this to me? What the fuck, dude?
Ooh, nicely done. Oh, I almost got him.
What the fuck? Oh! I don't have any boost, unfortunately. I don't know. I watched the Cool Hard Logic's new questions for flathards.
It wasn't much.
I can't.
I don't know if that needed a whole 4-minute video.
Yeah.
But
But
it's more just like, here's an announcement that I'm making more of my main series.
Yeah.
Part 10 of that is coming, which I'm excited about.
Yeah, I'm excited for that too. Oh, part 10 of World of Batshit, not the...
Oh, that's right. Yeah, World of Batshit is just debunking stupid stuff.
Yeah, which is still entertaining, but it's
absolutely.
not as mathy, which I like, and great as the...
What's crazy is that the Flat Earth movement has gained steam the more he has... Not as a direct result, but like it's just kind of crazy that he's putting out even more and more good information against Flat Earth stuff, and yet it keeps picking up steam. There's there's a packet lost. Packet lost. Oh.
Yeah, it's not... It doesn't make any sense to me. I saw a guy in the comments, so you know he asked the question, and he had like the 4 parts to it, which was... Then one guy in the comments said, why do you even have to have...
Boomer saved that, holy shit.
He said, why do you even have to have stuff that is provable and like I forget exactly what it is. It was just really stupid. The fuck? I think Ad Night commented on one of my videos. I'm gonna go back to the main menu. I'm gonna find this comment real quick because I looked at it and said, yeah, this is exactly the type of person that you're never gonna convince because they're just fucking stupid. Like they
For a lot of them, it's I'm going to poke holes in things that sound ridiculous with things that are actually proven. Like these two things seem contradictory because I don't have a full enough working understanding of science, so it sounds unbelievable. It's like, you put water on like a globe, the water's not just gonna stick there; it's gonna fall off. It's like, oh wow, that's right. How could this work? Hey, have you ever seen water that curves before? That doesn't sound right, does it? It's like, oh yeah, I've never seen water curve. You're right. So it's like, it's it's like, it's not just like we have a better theory. It's just real easy to like poke fun at things that they don't have enough science knowledge to understand.
Yeah.
You take anything sufficiently complicated, and it's going to be real easy to make it sound ridiculous or contradictory, and it's more because you just don't understand the foundation and all the layers of it.
Yeah. And when something sounds like mystical and you don't understand it, when it's the science one, and then you see this other explanation, and it's very simple and like simple-minded, and it doesn't actually explain the full picture, but it explains that one scenario. The person's like, "Oh shit, no, that weird conspiracy theory thing that he just said makes total sense."
Right.
Not thinking that it breaks down somewhere else, right? Like this guy though, he said, "It's better to not have all explanations." That right there is just like, no, you're dumb. And then have and then he says, then to have every explanation given to you be false. So he's now saying that like it's better to.
So it's like we don't have a model that works, but we know that your model doesn't work.
Yeah.
Here's what a lot of them say. Like, I don't know if there's an ice wall. Like, I don't know what it is, but I know it's definitely not a globe because I'm not a globe dog. Because it's like I was saying, it's like it's easy to make something sound ridiculous if it's complicated to explain. And you tell them like, well, then how come I can see like this thing from this location? It's like, well, there is refraction. It's like, oh, that sounds like a made-up thing. Oh, how convenient. You say I shouldn't be able to see, this city from over here. And yet I can because of refraction. Although, where'd you pull that out of your ass? It's like, all right, dude.
Yeah, there. And like all the questions that you ask them, especially the crazy cool hard logic guy, they can't like answer them. Like, how do you explain what model do you have to predict eclipses?
Yeah.
And then they're just like, you don't even need a model. Why do you need a model to do that? It's like, all right, you're missing the point here. Just gonna zigzag this across the map. Oh, I was really hoping to shoot that more forward than up. But then Cool Hard's thing was like, mention some people and like mention what contributions they've had on the world and why they had to rely on a flat Earth model in order to do these things, right? And so this guy in his post, he's like, here's some people to look up, and he gave some names of like some YouTubers. Like, are you
Because the thing is, like, you could probably find a person who believes in the flat Earth that has contributed something that might be possible, but it's not going to be because of the flat Earth model that they were able to solve something.
Yeah, exactly. Like, you could be an inventor of some other shit, but
right. Because there are legitimately smart people that get sucked in by the conspiracy stuff.
Yeah.
And it's funny because they're always like, oh yeah, you trust so much in your science guys. But at one point they thought the sun went around the Earth, and it's like, now you don't think that's true. It's like, first of all, science has come a long way, and like technology's come a long way.
Yeah, we understand a lot more things now.
Yeah, and there's a difference between like something that we're not sure of, that we have like a range that we think something is, and then like that range can narrow over time.
Yep.
But yeah, it's like certainly back then when they didn't have a lot of information, they were going off of the best they had. We're not in that space anymore where we're just like guessing. And because some people bring up the fact that like they did make models that were incorrect that could predict things. Like they made models of planets going around the Earth instead of the sun, and it was wonky as hell.
Yeah, it was rings on rings to it was
Right.
able to produce the retrograde motion that
Yeah, the
you could
retrograde
observe.
motion is a real bitch for their model, like simplicity's sake. But if you just like create a model where those retrograde things happen, you can predict things accurately to a degree.
Yeah. But the thing is like it's overly complicated, and then you have to have forces that explain this ring.
Yeah,
Stuff
they
now.
can't do that. They can't explain like the physics and stuff behind it, but they can map out predictions
Yeah,
based on that. So they'll be like, you know, oh, see, you can make predictions with having the wrong one.
it's like,
It's
yeah,
crazy how good they are at making an argument that seems legit with faulty logic and like bad reasoning and stuff.
yeah.
Because I always try to approach these videos like, what if I was someone? What if I'm like so open-minded as to think it's possible? What if I'm like actually dumb enough to be hoodwinked? Is this person presenting a good enough defense of the round Earth that I wouldn't be fooled here? That's one of the like mental games I like to play as I'm watching this kind of stuff. Is and Cool Hard Logic does it better than anyone else. Like, my God. The proofs that he brings out, you're like, holy shit.
Yeah,
Earth doesn't make any sense.
I love it because he does things
Mythical
that
lampshade. It's like, oh my god, yeah, you would need a lampshade.
a shape-shifting lampshade.
Shape-shifting, yeah, that's right.
And the sun would have to accelerate and decelerate and then go in and out of the ring, and like, and then like that doesn't even count eclipses. And then why does the sun set? Because if you're standing at a certain spot on the Earth, you wouldn't. You would be able to. Anyone would be able to see the sun from any of these like angles and
Right.
stuff.
Oh no.
And
Why?
and so you have to explain why it goes over the horizon, and
Yeah,
then
they talk about like the vanishing points and stuff like that, and I was like, no, you can see the sun like literally descending. It's like, I
Yeah.
can now see half of the sun. It's not like it's just shrinking to a small point in the sky where I can't see it anymore.
And then they say refraction can make it so it looks like it's dipping, but it's like, well, then why does it decide to dip down? And
Yeah.
and I love the guy's quote is just amazing. The whole, after a certain distance, does the light just give up and then drop? Like, it's just so good. He's so good at it.
I could. It's been a while since I went through his series. I could probably go back and watch them now. I've probably started to forget a little bit.
I watched it again like a month or two ago, and it was just real enjoyable.
Yeah. Oh, just
Again.
all the flat Earth ones.
Yeah, all of his flat Earth ones. I didn't watch the batshit ones. There was another.
You look?
Yeah.
Even the font he uses.
Yeah.
Retards.
Oh god, just the worst font ever.
Yeah.
He. There was another comment in this video
We should do a rumble.
that the person said, this video is shorter than a flat earther's IQ. And I sat there and looked. Yeah, I looked at it. I was like, none of this makes any sense. Not only is the fact that IQs don't have a length,
Yeah.
right? For one. For two, if you were to convert 4 minutes and 17 seconds into either seconds, it would
Oh
be
my God,
257.
That's
Or
an enormous IQ.
if you remove the colon, it's 417,
Yeah.
which is a galaxy brain at that point.
So you're saying you're like smarter than if this video is like not even as smart as a flat earther, then you're saying a flat earther is like an unreal kind of genius intellect.
Yeah, it was just like it was just it's like I understand your like insult slash analogy that you're going for. It doesn't work. Like it's just
That's
not
so
good.
pathetic.
You found something that was a little amount, and you were just like, yeah, flat Earth's IQ's little. Am I right?
The mind games. Oh
God
my
damn.
god. That might be the most fun thing in Rumble is just doing shit with your spikes. I reversed cores like 4 times there. Nope.
I almost was able to recover. I was boosting towards the ground.
Oh, I'm in a tornado.
It's all right. I'm occupying ball.
Nice, nice.
Oh!
Come this way. Alright, teammate, that's a lot of savages.
Waited for that grace period to be over and
Yeah.
gave it a nice. Oh, but that guy's got shit.
Damn, I wasted my ice on him. Oh well.
Not in.
What was it, savage, teammate?
God, I'm
might
getting
be
booted a
more-
lot.
More efficient for you to tell us what's not savage.
They're a memester.
Oh, come on. Where's my grace period?
Whoops, guess they don't have any attackers anymore. I blew them both up. Whoopsie doodles.
Oops.
Ah, damn it! I was calculating that too. Hey, you're not gonna get it, guy. You're not as good as me. I'm getting cocky, punk.
Cocky little freak. You remember that from Star Fox?
God, I don't
He
think
was
so.
one of the guys with Star Wolf. He was a cocky little freak.
Oh, I think
remember-
so. Yeah.
I remember being like, "Oh my god."
You're like Pigma or something.
Yeah. I think it was Pigma. And I remember just as a kid, like, "Oh, is he allowed to say that?" Like, geez, that is really harsh for a kid's game. I probably didn't even know. Like a cock. I don't think I knew what a cock was. Not that that's what he was saying, but still, that was. I just remember that being like a really harsh insult at the time.
Just keep it behind our net.
Yeah. This game might end 1-0.
A lot of the stuff in Star Fox, when I heard it, I didn't really like think about it too hard. But there was a lot of video game stuff. I didn't really think about it too hard.
Hey Einstein, I'm on your side. I was like, oh, what a sick burn! He called him Einstein.
But he's not smart. Oh, I didn't grab the
Not
boost.
smart.
God.
Remind me of your father. Oh, good boot.
I've been saving that boot. Oh, good controller. Yeah, that's good.
What is your controller doing?
I don't know. It just seems like it's disconnecting. Please, 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 please.
You're on wired, aren't you?
Oh, it's alt-tabbed. What the fuck?
Ooh, that's what Justin would have a problem with.
I saw my mouse on my screen. Why you take my focus away? Why did you do it again? Ah!
You know, we've seen that from teammates before. I wonder if they were having that same kind of issue.
Maybe.
You're in borderless mode?
Yeah. It doesn't happen very often, but today's been happening like crazy. I don't know. But it kept coming back too.
Uh-oh. Give me something good, give me something good, give me something good, give me something good. So many teleports all of a sudden. Everyone just mashing their abilities button right as the 10 seconds get out there. No, that's it.
They just all of a sudden got good powers, good power combos.
Yeah. Spike and plunger, it's a good one. Teammate not having a great game.
Yeah. I guess it's time to play some Nier. Oh, one thing. The
Don't know
aliens.
why.
The aliens didn't go and just kill, or no, the androids.
Android.
The robo anime guys didn't just go
The
and
shirtless
kill.
guys.
Yeah, they didn't just go and kill the aliens. They've been dead for a while.
They've been dead for a while, but still.
Yep.
Did they not kill them then?
They did not kill him. No, I think other robots killed him. I think is what they said. So they've been dead for many years.
Because that's what I thought. I thought they'd been dead for a long time. So when I was like, so it was like I thought they killed them, but then I was like, but they also look like they've been there for a while. Their corpses look like they've been there for a while. So when you're like, that they were the ones that were birthed from the stubbies that congealed into a ball. But that just happened. And the aliens have been dead for a while. So I'm glad we got that cleared up.
Yeah. Yeah, anime guys were just born. Aliens have been dead for a while.
And when they were saying like other robots killed the aliens.
I think that's what they said, but I don't necessarily think that that's the most important. I don't know.
I just want to know, like, so it was the robots that the aliens themselves brought that murdered them?
Yeah. Yeah, because they said that the robots were able over time to evolve and change.
Mm-hmm. And it's like their strength.
Yeah.
And I think that's probably mirrored in the human robots as well.
The androids, yeah.
Yeah, the human androids are evolving beyond like humanity on the moon, I'm guessing.
Yeah, they're starting to show emotions and junk. So
Interesting parallel there.
yeah.
Okay, have a good time.
Yep, I'll see you in chat.
See you.
Bye. BRB.